Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to make a build on Harmony. So Harmony, if you don't know, is one of Jade's weapons that came out during the Jade Shadows update, and this weapon is a melee scythe type weapon, and it has a unique trait called Harmonic Resonance. Heavy attacks condense all status effects that do damage over time into a single instance of damage. Heavy attack kills activate Harmonic Resonance, a buff that increases status duration by 30% for all allies. So I have two builds for you today, both using the Reaping Spiral stance, but if you don't like this one, you could also use Stalking Fan or any other stance that you have for scythes. I've just liked this one the most. So for our first build here, we have Conditional Overload, which gives us 80% more damage per status type affecting the target. We have Organ Shatter for crit damage, Sacrificial Steel for crit chance. You could also use Galvanized Steel if you want to, but this is the one that I've been kind of working with for now. Reach for a little more range, this gives us 4 meters of range. Killing Blow for melee damage on heavy attacks, and then our heavy attacks will wind up faster. Weeping Wounds, we gain 40% status chance per combo multiplier, and then Volcanic Edge for some heat and more status chance, so you can see we're at 57%. And then for your Arcane Adapter, I would throw on Melee Afflictions, or if you want to run Electric instead of Heat, then you could throw on Melee Influence. And then this slot here, you could pretty much throw whatever you want to. I was planning to throw in a Bane. And then for your Exilis slot, whichever Tennokai mod you feel fits with how you want to run it. And then for our second build here, we have the same thing, Reaping Spiral. We have Lasting Sting for status duration, Reach for more reach, Melee Elementalist for status damage, and then heavy attack windup speed. Killing Blow for the same as before. Berserker's Fury, on melee kill you gain 35% attack speed for 10 seconds, which will stack up to 2 times. Pressure Point for melee damage, Organ Shatter for crit damage, and Sacrificial Steel for the same as before. And same thing here, your Arcane Adapter I would throw on Melee Afflictions, or if you want to do electric damage, again, you could throw on Melee Influence, but I think Melee Afflictions would be better. And then for your Exilis mod, I would throw on a Tennokai mod, same as before. But with those two builds being said, I'll show you this one first. And I've been trying out Harmony on Kome, because Kome is basically like the primer Warframe. These Archon Shards don't really matter because I'm just messing around with some synergies and stuff to see what I can cook up. But with your 4 and your 1, you put a ton of statuses on the enemies. And then with Harmony's passive, it works really, really well together. And what I'm running on Kome, I have this setup here, which I leaned into range and strength to specifically target buff her 1 and her 4. So we have Brief Respite just for some shield stuff so that you can keep them up at all times. Blind Rage for strength. Transient Fortitude for strength. Augur Reach for range. Intensify for strength. Efficiency, Energy, Stretch for range, and then Continuity for duration. Duration doesn't really matter too much, except for your 4 and your 1 staying active, so I just threw this one mod on here. And then if I did have my Exilis, I would either go Prime Sure-Footed or Power Drift for a little more strength, and then we have Energize, which you don't really need this one. This one's kind of a flex slot, and then we'll augment it for even more strength. And then, yeah, your school is up to you. I'm just running Madurai for more strength, but you could also run Zeneric for energy or anything you want there. But our main point here is Harmony. So Harmony with Kome is pretty interesting because normally I have a Primer Doriga, which I've made a video about before. If you haven't seen, check that out. But you do a bunch of damage to these guys, and then now that you have all your statuses built up, you heavy attack, and it does a big explosion of damage. And then with Kome, you can hit your 4, lift everybody up, hit your 1 to throw even more statuses, and then you just throw a heavy at them. So you don't have to build up your combo counter as much. You can see we basically one-shot that guy. Like this one here, we just throw a heavy at him, and it's basically one-shotting. So if you have any sort of combo at all, you'll one-shot these guys. Just let me build up a little real quick. There we go. And then you just throw a heavy out. And with Tennokai, you can throw more heavies out, but I haven't gotten a melee Exilis adapter yet, so I don't have it on here. But ideally, you run it with Tennokai, so you can throw heavies more often, rather than having to spam build up your combo counter. But I really like Harmony on Kome so far, because I was trying to find a way to make Kome feel a little stronger, and I stumbled into Harmony along the same time. And then for our second build for Harmony, so this one we have Berserker's Fury, so when we get a kill, we'll also attack faster. We'll hit our 4, and then run over here and hit our 1 to send it through the Horde. And then since they can't move because of Bunraku, you can get free combo counter off of these guys, and then you just throw out a heavy. And because they all have statuses on them, you'll progressively attack quicker and quicker, so you can build your combo counter up even faster. You can see here we're already at a ×7, and then you just throw out your heavy. And then because it stacks 2 times, you can build it up really, really quickly, throw a heavy, kill, and then attack even faster to build up your next one. But this synergy's been really, really nice. I haven't tried it too, like, extensively, but from what I've experienced with it, it's pretty good. Just having a way for Kome to instantly proc all of her statuses rather than having to let them just burn out as a primer. So this kind of lets you prime them and then blow them up so that you can get the front-loaded damage rather than waiting for the delay. And then with Kome, if you happen to get a 3 with this setup, it does like respectable damage as just priming. And then because you got your 3, you have even more statuses. So I'm not even building combo here, we're just straight swinging. And everyone's gone. Because since you have so many different statuses with conditional overload and everything, you don't really need to build up your combo as much. You can just go straight for damage. So with the build being showed for Kome and Harmony, I'll jump into a Steel Path mission and I can show you how this works in an actual mission scenario. Alrighty, now we are here in the Steel Path and I went ahead and built up my energy. Let's go ahead and cipher this because I don't want to hack it. So with this setup here, since we're using Harmony for speeding up our damage with Kome, you hit 4 to lift everybody up, you hit your 1 to throw all your statuses, and then you just throw out a heavy, and we one-shot that guy. Basically one-shot this guy, he's at like a quarter HP left. There we go. And then any new enemies that come in are going to instantly be caught in our strings. Let's catch these guys with Bunraku. And we heavy. So that's pretty much, like, that's the synergy here. Kome Harmony. Let's hit him with the Bunraku. Hit him with the strings. Hit him with the heavy. And you don't even really need to build up combo for this, because we have so many statuses and conditional overload. So you can just spam heavy attacks. And even without it, you can see here, we're still one-shotting without our strings and everything. So I think this weapon with this Kome synergy is actually kind of nutty. But this is a synergy that I've been kind of working on the last a little bit. Like the last day or two I've been messing with. Because I kind of wanted to make Kome more than just a primer, I guess. And she's still a primer, I'll be honest. But this makes it to where I can do more damage rather than just putting statuses on enemies for other people to do the damage. I can do it myself. And we can just vaporize things. And then because we have Brief Respite, you can spam your 1. Which will, 1, give you more damage because you have more statuses. But on top of giving you more damage with your statuses, it will also give you more protection because your shields will be up more. And the longer your shields are up, obviously, the longer you can survive. Let's go ahead and Bunraku. Let's throw our strings over here. Get rid of these goons. I think I just saw a 3 million damage crit there. 6 million there. So yeah, this synergy is definitely powerful. And if you have any other, like, if you have any suggestions for Harmony or this Kome setup that I'm running, let me know what you think, because, or what you would change and stuff like that. Because this was just kind of like a spur of the moment kind of thing that I wanted to throw Kome together with Harmony. And, it's pretty good so far from what I've, like, experiencing it. This is solid. Here's an Eximus enemy. There was an Eximus enemy. So yeah, this is great. Definitely try this for yourself if you have Harmony and Kome. I don't remember if I mentioned earlier on, but Harmony you can get from Ortis in the Drifter camp. Or Kull's camp, whatever you want to call it. for some vestigial motes. I think you farm Brutus on Uranus, or Uranus, whatever you want to call that. But yeah, this setup's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. And these are Steel Path enemies. They're level 155s, because I'm here in Sanctum Anatomica Deimos. But I don't know, for being against Steel Path enemies and just spamming heavy attack, yeah, this is sick, actually. And if there's any Kome mains or whatever in the comments, if you have any tips for Kome, let me know. Because I have this setup and then a shield tanking one, which I've made a video about on previously. But this is how I've been using her lately. And it's pretty solid. Like, even our slams do good damage. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This should be a shorter one, just kind of going over Kome, since I've already made a video on her. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless. I appreciate you for being sticking around. And I will see you in the next one.